Hey guys, this is Hawk. Welcome back to the channel and to Satisfactory, where I just jumped back in and all of my power shut down. Although I think technically it had already shut down before I had finished last time. I spent some time afterwards last time I did. I think I got it back online at the very end of the last episode. And then I was doing some screenshots and stuff for thumbnails, and it went offline even then. Yeah, and just as a note, the first episode that I recorded as of the time of this recording has not gone live yet, so I have not seen any of your comments. However, that's right, I remember. I made sure to go through before I signed off last time, and I got all of the supplies that we would need because this is going to open the biomass burner for us. So this is going to be our hub upgrade. So I'd already put in 50 concrete, and you can see, oh, I thought I needed 125 of the, or maybe I just made extra of the wire knowing that I was going to need some for like cabling at some point. So I made sure that we had everything because this should open the biomass burner. So I did that.
Grade 6, landing platform hydraulics completed. Freighter landing initialized. Congratulations,
What?
You have completed onboarding and achieved the absolute minimum skill level required of a Fix-It pioneer.
The absolute minimum skill level?
Looks forward to your future achievements, because a future with Fix-It is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2 milestones are now available in the hub, and biomass burners can now be built individually. Your first official objective is to initiate project assembly by building the space elevator. This objective will take a significant amount of resources, so Fix-It recommends getting to work.
I mean, yeah, I will get started, but I'm kind of intrigued by whatever this do-wacky is. Yeah, that was what she just said is the reason that I wanted to make sure it was that the whole process of crafting the items is obviously it's tedious in here, and so I would like to get everything automated and up and running. And in order to do that, we have to have biomass burners that don't require me to go on a persistent hunt for vegetation. I don't remember if I did this either. I think I did. But did I do this before the end of the last episode? I'm not sure. But basically, the miner is connected to the smelter, which crafts the iron ore into iron ingots. And then, oh no, wait, I didn't do it yet. I missed that fact. So if we go into the build mode, was build mode not B? So there's a constructor, and this crafts one part into another part. So I'm assuming that's what we're going to need for things like rods, and I don't know how I missed that. I was trying to keep track of everything that popped up on the screen. Okay, so let's double check here. Base building, lookout tower foundations, ramps. Is this freeform building? Conveyor splitter, conveyor merger, conveyor lift, Mark 1. Building efficiency stat. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. Map, MAM. Molecular analysis machines used to analyze new and exotic materials. Oh, they mentioned that. I can make all of these items too. Object scanner scans the area for a selected item. We already have that. I'm assuming this gives us additional items that we can scan. Personal storage box, I'm assuming is just another one of these. And additional 3 inventory slots. For sure, we want to get moving on that one at some point, but I'm going to need screws for that. So what we need to do for starters, like I said, is we need to figure out what this new biomass burner is. Burns various forms of biomass to generate electricity for the power grid, has a conveyor belt input port that allows the biomass supply to be automated. Resource consumption will automatically be lowered to meet power demands. That makes sense to me to an extent. Allows biomass supply to be automated. Is there something that we can put out to, like, auto-chop trees or something? Because that's kind of the only way that's going to actually be... Ooh, here's the space elevator she was talking about. Okay. Yeah, we need to figure out how we actually do... Is that something in here? Let's double check. So, tier 2. Obstacle clearing, chainsaw, jump pads, resource sink, build gun. Ooh. Parts assembly, copper sheets, rotors, modular frames, smart plating, jump pads, U-jelly landing pad. don't know what some of this stuff is. Let's see. So is this... Did it say something about on this... Oh, hang on. Maybe it says it in here. Can I go back to this? Biomass burners and vehicles can use it for power. Biomass is much more energy efficient than raw. Yes. How do I make this? Is it made in here? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, can't afford that. I can afford this one. Okay. For now, it can just go in these things, I'm assuming, because I assume the reason you build standalone ones is in case you put things halfway across the world and you don't want to run power poles the whole way over to them, right? That's probably the idea. Let's go ahead and put half the stack in here. And we'll... Okay, yes, I'm sorry, I forgot. There, you... Still not enough power. Oh, then we do need to build another one. Oh. Well, you still have a port on you. I guess you do technically too. All right, what do we need to build this thing? Missing iron plates and missing iron rods. Well, let's see what we got going on over here. I think I took most of this stuff, unfortunately. Yes, I took all of the stuff that was pre-made. Well, I got one here. Let's just grab this. And hello, little... Oh, I'm going the wrong place. Little guy. All right, we definitely need to get this. You know what? What we could do? Let's disconnect the limestone for now. Can we... Can we? How do I... Let's see. Yeah, there we go. If we... Can we just move you? Probably, but I don't know how to do it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and build the power pole over here, I think. We're going to leave that one disconnected for now. And we're going to... How do I just disconnect? I don't think I ever figured... Well, that says it's off. That's interesting. How do I connect? I should have... Oh, that's right. Right now, I really just need... I just need to make sure that the iron is running. It needs to run. That should be all of these things, yeah? Or not? It says no power. Why do you not have power? I have the power turned on. I don't have the power turned on. Okay, now we should start making progress here. Now I should not have to... Ideally, I should not have to make ingots. Alright. In order to make this, though, what did I need? I needed 15 plates and 15 rods. Alright, so let's go ahead. I guess make what we can for now. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. So, how long... Okay, that's the next question. How long does this last? 667 per minute. If we put this in... I don't know if that means it's... I don't know. Maybe I can look at them both in my inventory and get a better idea rather than having them shoved into the actual not the smelters, the burners. Can I take... The wood seems to be a better source. I would like to have a way to chop trees. There we go. We got some anyway. You're stuck in the wall and I'm having problems finding your hitbox. Okay, there we go. Now, if we make... Let's do hypothetical here. Let's make 1 of the biomass. Biomass. I would like to make 1. Okay, technically I just made 5. This says, oh, energy value is 180 M, and this is 15. And how much leaves? This uses 10 leaves, so 1,550. Oh, and we get 5. So this is over 600? Okay. I suddenly don't hate gathering leaves quite so much, because they're going to last way longer. Did I get enough to make some... Oh, I did? Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this stuff. All right, let's get over here and grab the rest of our stuff so we can build another biomass burner. I will have all of your ingots. Thank you very much. And then we just need some more of the plates. We need plates and we need rods. And I don't know how many of each we need, so I'm going to make 20. Come on. There we go. All right, now, I was going to set the other biomass burner here just because it's right next to the other ones. Oh, there we go. Wait, this one's automated. Shoot. I mean, that's fine. Can I not just put it in myself? I guess this is still an okay place. We would just have to put a storage box behind it if we've got to belt it in. So can I connect you to you? I guess? So if I put in this, and now we've got all of these, now hypothetically speaking, if I build another power pole, well, actually, I guess you just do it this way, right? And put this one back. Is this now enough? Do I not have... Yeah, I've got cable. Not sure what that was all about. What the... Those things are wild and crazy. All right, can you please connect to here? Thank you. And now, can I still connect you and get my copper coming up? Okay, there's gotta... When did you get here? And can you go away? How do I check this grid? Because it says I've blown a fuse, but like... How does that happen? Because all of that stuff is now shut down. I would like you to stay over there, and I will stay over here. How's that? I'm glad you just phased through my wires. You have a very tiny head. What you doing? And seriously, what are you? All right, so it seems like copper's the problem. However, I would rather have copper than limestone right now. So let's see if we have the ability to get that connected and still actually run stuff. I'm just not quite sure how to see... How do we actually see? So I'm looking at this, and this... Max consumption 18, we're consuming 18. Okay, now we're consuming less. Production's 13.1. Okay. All right. Well, I've got a bunch more of the biomass. I mean, well, I guess this only has 5 left. I could build another biomass burner. Is at least my copper coming up? This is the important part. Okay, thank goodness it is. Yeah, we're not going to have limestone, but that's okay. Limestone right now, we've got a bunch of limestone. We'll be good on that for a while till we start figuring out how the power situation works. Okay, now, what are things we need to build? We've already built the biomass burner. I would like to do constructors, but I'm also not sure I don't know if our power is going to support it. It says the cost is 4. This says it's 30. Yeah, this is just storage containers. Okay. All right, let's just keep going here, see if we can find some of the other stuff. So I don't... We have to get into... Gosh. Here's more parts. So a bunch of this stuff doesn't actually even use copper. Right now... Well, I guess this does. All this cabling requires... Here's logistics. Maybe we should do that and field research, because this will give us more inventory slots, plus allow us to go out and do some odd and end things. So we're going to need a bunch of screws. We're going to need a bunch of plates. I am just not convinced this is going to handle this. You just like hanging out here? Should we find out? Are you hostile? I mean, so far you're not. Okay. Well, you hang out there. All right. So the constructor, it uses 4. We did have 4. Gosh, we might just need to go ahead and build them another biomass burner right away, I think. Just to make sure. So this says that it's 30. So if we build another one, we should be okay. So if we just get some more copper wire and some plates and some pipes, I'm sorry, plates and rods, then hopefully we should be good for at least a little while. And then I don't have to sit and manually craft all this stuff in the crafting bench, you know? All right, I built another biomass burner. Well, I have the stuff, I think, for one. Invalid aim location. Guess we'll just, again, sit it right here. Why do I feel like all the biomass burners should be, like, way out of the way, and then just run power poles? Right now, like, this is taking up a lot of space. All right, can we connect you to you? No. Can we connect you to you? Okay. I mean, this power is still not ideal. Also, is this, maybe it is facing the same direction. All right, go ahead, put you in. Okay, now, do we see... Shows the amount of power that would be consumed if all machines on the grid were active. My capacity's 50. Why did we keep shorting out? I have no idea. I'm starting to understand that now. Okay, so what do I need for this? This is a, like a composite metal or something like that? Reinforced iron plates. Okay, so we need to make some screws for that, and then we're going to start getting production of these individual items. So let's go ahead and make some... Oh, this makes 4 at a time. Oh, that's nice. I don't know how many I needed. Oh, I didn't need that. I needed the composite plates. Hang on. Composite plates. Were those not available here? Were they available? I don't feel like they'd be in the equipment shop. Do I not have them open yet? Oh, it was right here. I just went right by it. Okay. Yes, we have everything now. Okay, so now if we... This is not ideal. We're starting to run out of space on everything, but I guess that's okay for the moment. We're going to be getting into, like, splitters and those kinds of things, and at some point we'll probably lay this all out better, but For now, everybody just embrace the chaos. Okay, let's get rid of that. And then you are going to make... Right now, the iron plates are the worst. You don't have power. I didn't even think about that. You don't have power. Do I have enough wire? Whoa. Over here. All right. Now, the worst part is now we need to get another storage box. I mean, I could have done that differently. I could have moved the storage box to the end, but I would like to have a backlog, I think, of like some ingots as well, just in case. Because I mean, like right now, this is only making iron plates. So till we make multiple of these, like I still need to make iron rods and screws and all of those things. So, what was it under organization, I think? Oh, I've got stuff to make one. Here we go. Yes. Like I said, I know this is chaos. It'll be fine. Everybody embrace the chaos. Got it? We're definitely going to need more power poles. I'm still not sure what the best way is to do all of this power stuff. And then we could have it... All right. Well, now that we're doing that, let's back up a step here. Those were complicated. Let's get out of the build menu. So logistics, I think, is what I want. Conveyor splitters, conveyor mergers. I would like to get into this. So I need 150 of each of these plus 300 of the wire. So if we do that, can we make another 2 more constructors? We can if I make more cabling. Because I want this to start making wire. Gosh, and how long is it going to be till we're out of this stuff? That's got 19. That has 9. You have 61. You have 19. Okay, well, we're okay for the moment. All right, let's go ahead and make... So we need wire, and we need more of the reinforced plates, which I think means we need more screws? I have no idea how many of those I just made. Let's go ahead and make some screws. That'll be something definitely to get going too. So reinforced iron plates. I'm short on the actual plates themselves. So we need a couple of those because if I'm going to make multiple constructors so that I can kind of get this stuff, start getting it automated, we're also going to need another power pole. At least one, probably more like 2. Because right now, all of these biomass generators are connected haphazardly to all these power... I do have one more input on this one, looks like. Oh, I was supposed to... It wasn't just wire, it was actual cabling. Silly me. Oh, that crafts quickly. That's very much appreciated. Okay, there we go. Everyone embrace the spaghetti. Oh, I didn't make the reinforced iron plates. Maybe I had the cabling then. I try to keep cabling on me, and because of being able to connect things, but... Oh, it takes a bunch more screws to be able... Okay, it's like 12 per. So if we want to make... We need at least 36 to be able to make 2 more of these plates. Okay, we're officially out of whatever we were using to make the screws. Okay. Hopefully that's enough. Like I said, I need to do 2 more. Oh gosh, if we're going to do that, though, unless we would get up to the conveyor splitters, then we would need to... We're going to need that to put a different miner on there to be able to make the other things. All right, let's just for starters, let's slow our roll down here. Let's work one thing at a time. And then you get connected to you. And then you get connected to you. And then you make wire. Yeah, some of this stuff's gonna need to start moving, guys. We are way too crammed in here. How far over do we go here? What is all that stuff? What are the little floaties that are going down into there? He's angry with me and he can't even get... What is this? Is this copper or is this more iron? That's iron. What is that one? I think that's also iron. So, wait. Wait. This is mostly more open. I wonder if we moved everything down there. Oh. All right, let me grab some biomass so we can actually start production, like keep production going here. And our fuse has blown again. So I'm assuming that means that we do have... So I guess probably the best thing to do now that I know a little bit more how to read this thing... All right, why are these still going? Okay, those two are both off. All right, now let's take a look here. Max consumption, the amount of power that we consumed if all machines on the grid were active. So 26. Now, let's keep in mind that the limestone's not turned on right now. However, how much do you produce 20. So both of these produce 20. So what's the issue here? Why do we keep blowing fuses? Like, with both of these turned on without either of those should all function just fine. Am I completely misunderstanding how this thing works? Let's grab... You still have stuff in you. I think you were off. So you're out of stuff. And you still have stuff. Yeah, you've got 19. Well, let's turn it on for a hot second here. Yeah, it automatically doesn't work. Okay, well... I guess let's just make a bunch more biomass, and then we'll try to figure out... We'll try to get everything fueled up and try to maybe read that better. Okay, well, I got 225, so that's good. All right, so you can have 100. Let's turn you on. And you... Wait, this one's on standby. Are you on? Shows the maximum amount of power this grid can supply. So I think that that's probably... Is that 20? Like, is that all of these machines together? So right now, this is 50 because this one produces 20. And this one produces 30. But we only need, right now, 26. So could we turn... Okay, let's play with fire again. Let's put you on standby. Guys, I think I might understand the power. Capacity's 30. We're consuming 26. Let's leave all the rest of that off until we need it. As a matter of fact, I might just go ahead now that I understand all this. This is overkill right now. Let's take this down. Actually, I probably should have left that one up and just moved that one. It's fine. We'll fix that later. Okay, now that we understand, let's again go back here. We want logistics, so I need a whole bunch of plates and rods and wire. So let's see how much we have by this point. Oh, I've not made a... Shoot, I need to make you a storage container. And I know this is starting to... Like I said, this is starting to get spaghetti. It's fine. You will all survive until we figure out how to do this. Okay, so there's a bunch, and then you should have... This takes a little while for it to actually construct, it appears. You've got 100 and... Okay. Let me grab a whole bunch... We should be able to do... This is why I decided to start with... I started with the plates because they take 3 times as long to craft as the rods do. So when you click on these things, you see this one takes like 3 hammer swings, and these only take 1. So we needed 150, I think, of both of those things. We're not going to get there with the amount of ingots that we currently have. That's fine. Maybe we should, now that I understand the power situation, maybe I should just go ahead and actually set up another miner, because I think we should have more than a sufficient number of resources for that. Okay, so we need 77 rods yet and 100 wire. How quickly does this make wire? Meh. How much does it take to make another miner? Oh, not much at all. We just need another one of those hand miners to be able to craft it. Let's do that. And I gotta figure out what the best way is. There's obviously gotta be... Oh, I need a couple rods. There's gotta be a way to sort of... So, okay. This thing, there's 4 inputs for it. So one of them has to, of course, be connected to power, and then it's got 3 outputs. So theoretically, we should have at least one of these for every item that we're producing, because we need the miner, we need the smelter, and then we need the actual constructor. Yeah? Makes sense, everybody? That's my thought. So we would need a power pole for this setup, a power pole for that setup. If we do a constructor for this, we would need a power pole setup for the limestone. We definitely need to start figuring out how we're going to lay this stuff out, because we don't have a lot of space in the area that we're in. So maybe at some point, maybe we do want to move down here, because the copper's already down there. We're bringing it up to here. We could theoretically move iron production down to here. And we would have some more space anyway. I don't know. Guys, we're figuring this out as we go. You know what? Okay. I should have a whole bunch of concrete, and I do. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to actually put that storage grate. You know what? This one, let's just do end result here. Let's try to do another constructor. Do I have enough stuff? I do. And then let's go ahead and get you to you. And you to you. So it's apparently a little too wonky, yeah? Okay, let's bring it out here. Let's go ahead and take all of this down then. Just whacked my microphone there. Hopefully I remember to mute that for you guys. All right, constructor. So let's say we're going to turn like a 90-degree angle. Make sure you connect before we go on to make the storage crate. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and make the storage container out here. We'll get you direct... Oh, gosh, I was going to say that was way further off than I was expecting. Okay. Had to break there for a moment to sneeze my face off. I guess it's starting to be the time of year when allergies start coming in, isn't it? I think that's roughly... Oh, that comes off to the left a little bit, I think. All right. Now, what we've determined is we need a power pole. If we're going to do this kind of setup, we need a power pole for everything. So we are missing iron rods and 3 wire. That is okay, because we're making this. We don't have iron rods. We're going to go ahead. Let's pre-fill you. Select recipe. You will make concrete. Here, have a whole bunch of limestone. Here, have a whole bunch of limestone. For now, I guess we'll just shove the rest of the limestone in here in case we ever find that we need limestone. Transfer all. Click plus drag. Click. Control plus click. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, let's grab some ingots and let's make some more of the rods. We don't have ingots. All right, we're going to backtrack on a couple of things here. We are going to build this biomass. You know what? Do I really want this anywhere close to any of this stuff? It just needs to be connected by a power pole. Let's just shove you out here, like, by your lonesome. And now we'll connect you with a power line. All right, guys, I think I got most of the power situation cleaned up. I ended up doing a second biomass burner. These ones I understand. I don't understand. Every time I power these on and off, if I tried, like, right now I have max consumption of 35, so I figured it was one of those guys plus one of these. But as soon as I powered one of these on, then suddenly, like, it automatically powered off and, like, I couldn't get it started again, and I don't really know what's going on with that. So whatever the case may be, I put 2 biomass burners there, connected them to a power pole so that I could run, like, well, I guess at some point, if you connect more biomass burners, then you connect them all to the same pole or whatever. And they all come into here. Those go to the copper power pole, which is going, of course, to the smelter and also to this guy, the constructor. This one goes to another pole over here just so that I was able to connect everything, because then I've got another power pole that's going to both the smelter and the miner and the constructor for the limestone. And then I've brought this guy out here. This is plans for future use to go this way. And then there's another power pole over here that is managing both the miner, the smelter, and the constructor. That took a little while. Okay, so I do need to get another miner at some point. So I don't think I did that. And I think that I probably used most of my resources that I made for that. Well, I just need a couple of plates, which should be... That's right, I turned production of this off. So... How many are out here? That's a decent amount. We can go ahead, I think, though, and turn this on. Let's turn you back on. Because we're about to get another miner, I hope. And then in that case... All right, here's the portable miner. Oh, right, this takes like 10 hammer swings. There we go. Now, we should be able to, if we've got the rest of this stuff, and we do, let's get another miner here. Yeah, sure, let's put it out that direction. That actually makes a ton of sense. And then do we have another... Do we have enough? We're missing an iron rod. That's fine. Because actually, that's simple enough. Okay. I just needed a little bit of iron ore so we could make an ingot, so that we can make a rod. Okay. I promise, guys, it's getting better. It's getting better. Okay, let's grab some rods. I apparently already had some ingots, because I can make like 70-some rods or something like that. All right, so we need a power pole to come this way. Like I said, we're going to start getting the rods being made over here. And I'm not going to stockpile storage of ingots on this one, because we're going to, ideally, we're going to stockpile storage of ingots on that one. So let's see, do we have enough? We do have enough. Okay, and then, so let's get you connected right away, so you just start going. And then what we will do here is, once we have the ability to do so, we will make a constructor, which I have enough cabling for. I just need some of those reinforced plates. Reinforced plates, which I think I needed screws for. Yes, I need some screws. That should be enough. Yes, we can make 2 of the reinforced plates. And then do I have enough stuff to make the actual storage container? I do not. I need some rods for that as well. Okay, this should get the most basic resources stockpiled for us. And then we can stop making these things. I don't know how far this thing goes over. It seems to go over quite far. Connect you to you. And you will start making... let's get out of that. You're going to make rods. And I know you don't have power yet. That is okay. We will get there. Give me just a moment to get your storage container set up. So you will go... Whoops. Cancel that. There, you to you. Okay, we'll get out of build mode, and then you get power to this guy. Is it working? Are you doing anything? Guys, I totally missed the smelter. Minor details. For those of you that are judging, feel free because I just failed. All right, smelter next. That was silliness. All right, let's go ahead and get you placed about there. We will go ahead and dismantle you. No. Cancel that. Into the machine, please. Let's get you connected right away so you can start smelting. You're gonna make iron ingots, obviously. Now we need the constructor. And I still have enough stuff for it, despite the fact that I used some of the cabling. We'll get you going to there. And I saved enough of quartz for it. Except that I'm completely, I wasn't even thinking, I am out of cabling. I have wire on me, so I just need to make the cabling. Okay. Let's go ahead and get that guy set up, and we can start. Then we can start automated production of all of that stuff too. And then let's get you to have a storage container. Oh, I didn't pick what you're producing, did I? Iron rods, please. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. And then at some point, once we get into like the splitter stuff, we should be able to probably split some of those so they go in there, and some of them so that they start making screws. What did we need? I would like to... Obviously, we're about out of time here. But I would like to, if possible, get the rest of this upgrade done. How many cables have you produced by now? Are you doing... Oh my gosh, you've got so many cables. It's amazing. All right, and then we just need some of the copper rods. We can see how many this is already produced. I don't know how quick it is. Not very. I can make a bunch myself, and then hopefully we've got enough. Let's see here. I needed... What is that? 59 more? Is my math right? 69 more, I think. Let's go ahead and make some rods. Guys, I have 68 rods. Oh, goodness. All right. I'm sure this has done another one by now. It was ironic, though, that, like, I had one shy. Yeah, it's 11 more. Okay. Okay, well, I'm starting to understand some of this stuff. We're definitely going to have to spread out, though. This is... Oh. Okay.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
Okay. So, what did launching the pod will return in 3 minutes 15... So do we... Hang on. Hang on. So... Do we not actually have logistics yet because we're waiting for the pod to come back with... Okay, we're gonna have to wait for a couple of minutes here. How are you guys doing on fuel? I need to make sure you guys keep going. You got 27. You've got 25. Let's go ahead and split these. So that you guys keep... This is... Seriously, that is way better for the biomass. I'm so glad that they gave an that would have been so painful. Yeah, like I mentioned, like even this is like a nice big open area, and obviously the copper comes from right down there. We could theoretically, we could either bring iron, we could set up down here and bring iron down into this valley, or maybe what we do, guys, let's think through this. What if we leave the hub up here and put production stuff all down there? So we can like look out over our empire that we're building here. Underneath the arch. That would be very cool. Okay, well, we've started a couple of things. How long do we have? We've got 1:50 yet. All right, so let's go down. Let's see. So like I said, copper is right here. And if I'm not mistaken, the iron... I should be getting this. As we're running through leaves, we should be getting leaves. Yeah, right here. And it's not difficult to conveyor everything. I'm glad these guys aren't any tougher than they are. Thank you for your bits and bobs. Okay, so... Also, I want to go up there and see whatever that blue stuff is, since we're waiting anyway. So what if we, like, we brought those miners this way? This is also a fairly large area, too. So this is... I don't know if you guys have ever seen the game Orebound. That is dwarvish kind of setups. And, you know, just as like they always say about dwarves, like they always... They're small, so they make things big. And so they, and like the developers of that game did that very intentionally so that they made all of the machines and those kinds of things for the dwarves. They're enormous. And that's kind of how I feel about this one. Is that there's just... Pick up blue power slug.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fix-it production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use.
Okay, will do. I'm storing a lot of things for potential later use. I'm also still trying to collect a whole ton of biomass so that we can keep our machines running. These things... I don't know if you eventually turn those into bio... Because it doesn't seem like your character needs to eat. So there's that. Alright, so... Perhaps we should have done the same thing here, where we should have actually split out a... Maybe we should do that. Can we make a storage container? Do I have enough stuff? I totally have enough stuff. Let's... How far does this line go? For there? Fine. We're going to put a storage container right here. That way we've got ingots should we need them. Is this the output? I totally put this backwards. And then our other thing is done, so we need to go back up top and we need to grab that. Let's put our storage container the proper direction. Then let's get that reconnected. Okay. So once this kind of fills up with the wire, then we should get a backlog of iron ingots should we need them. Now, don't get me wrong, it's going to take a very long time for us to backlog on wire because there's a lot of wire. But I guess the other thing we could do, I was talking about moving down there. We could actually set up a separate environment just to do like, what are the other things? So like we've got those two those two spots we can mine down there. We could theoretically actually just make screws down there. At some point we need to find maybe and do some like, oh, concrete. Oh yeah, we're already doing concrete. What am I thinking? That was silly of me. You know, let's go ahead and get all of this turned into biomass so that we're ready to do that. And then we're going to go check that, whatever the thing is that just came back in our drop pod. Yes, look at all that fuel source. I am so glad we got that recipe. That was getting a little exhausting. how do I get... I'm assuming... Oh, no, we've already got these things. So what did you actually do? Why did you fly away and come... What was... okay, I don't understand. But we should be able to actually build some splitters. Splits one conveyor belt into 2 or 3, useful for diverting parts and resources away from backlogged conveyor belts. Yeah, we could definitely do that because obviously, like... Well, this was backlogged at one point, but even like this... I'm pretty sure the copper was getting backlogged as well. That's actually not. Oh, I already had store... Disregard everything I just told you. I'll probably go down and take that storage container out in the not too distant future, but we can definitely, like I said, we can set up a splitter here because this thing is making rods, but the actual rods are used to make the screws, and so we should be able to probably divert some of those into storage, divert some of those into a different constructor. Yes, correct me if I'm wrong. I can't even see the settings. I wish you could actually see what you could... Okay, well, whatever. All right, guys. But that is going to be it for this one. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this playthrough of Satisfactory while I blunder about and try to figure out what I'm doing because I've never even seen this game before. Yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying it. If you are, as always, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're new here, I would appreciate any subscriptions. Definitely trying to make this new channel work. And would appreciate all the support that you guys are interested in providing. Yeah, so if you guys are interested, go ahead and drop that subscribe, drop a like, drop some comments, and all of those things to help with YouTube algorithm. And that's going to be it for guys for this one. So I'm going to thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.